Nicki Minaj infamously called out Miley Cyrus on stage at the 2015 VMAs. Nicki Minaj may be known just as much for her drama as she is for her music. The Anaconda rapper has been involved in several high-profile feuds over the years with artists such as Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift and Mariah Carey. Although she admitted to Ellen DeGeneres in an April 2016 Facebook Live that she regretted some of her public fights, saying that she's a sweet person and doesn't want to be mean to people, she has continued to clash with fellow celebrities. In July 2025, Minaj fired a series of posts on X aimed at SZA after she accused the snooze rapper of subtweeting her for accusing the president of Top Dog Entertainment, Terrence "Punch" Henderson, of bullying. "Go draw your freckles back on Bookie," Minaj wrote in response to SZA's X post about not taking the bait. "Liar liar pants on fire. Sounding like a FKNG dead dog." Of course, this isn't the first celebrity feud the Pink Friday star has found herself in. Here is a list of every artist Nicki Minaj has beefed with, hours after Minaj accused Henderson of bullying her, even claiming that she had receipts. In July 2025, SZA posted on X, "Mercury retrograde. Don't take the bait lol silly goose." Though SZA later claimed that she wasn't even talking about her to anyone with that post, Minaj continued to fire shots on X at the rapper's appearance and success. "Bitch looking sounding like she got stung by a F.B., she wrote in one post. In another, she posed the question, "Does SZA think she's more successful than me?" and told the rapper, "If every song you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you." Though SZA initially retaliated and wrote a post saying that she gets bullied by millions online every day even though she's the most successful she's ever been, the artist eventually stepped back from the feud. "LMAO lemme go back to being calm, shy and meek," SZA wrote in her last X post. "Y'all have blessed night." Though Megan Thee Stallion and Minaj collaborated on the track Hot Girl Summer in 2019, they've released multiple diss tracks allegedly aimed at one another since. In her 2023 song, Red Ruby Da Sleaze, Minaj said, "But I don't F with horses since Christopher Reeves." The horses seemingly referred to Megan's moniker as well as how the late Superman star was paralyzed after an equestrian competition. When Megan released her single Hiss the following year, fans speculated that many of the lyrics were aimed at Minaj, including, "These hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's Law." Some listeners alleged that Megan's Law referred to Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty's, history of sexual assault, as the law requires sex offenders to register with the state. Days later, Minaj followed up with another diss track titled Bigfoot, which was allegedly a nod to how Megan was shot in the foot in 2020. The first hints of tension between the pair began in the spring of 2017 when Minaj appeared to like a fan's Instagram comment dismissing one of Cardi B's rap verses. According to Minaj, the real beef began when they teamed up with Migos on Motorsport in October 2017. At the time, Cardi said in an interview that some lines in the track were changed last minute before its release. "The only thing with Cardi that really hurt my feelings was the first interview she did after Motorsport came out," Minaj said in a Beats One radio interview in April 2018. "She looked so aggravated and angry and the only thing she said was, 'Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that verse.' I was like, what?" A month later, the beef appeared to be squashed when Cardi and Minaj were photographed having what looked like a heart-to-heart at the Met Gala. But their tiff reignited in August 2018 when Minaj addressed Cardi on her Beats One Queen radio show. "I didn't know Cardi and I had an issue. To me, she may have taken an issue with things that I've said, but I am not going to bite my tongue," Minaj said. You gotta have thick skin. People talk about me all the time. Shortly after, Cardi revealed that someone, seemingly Minaj, had blocked her on X. Then, Cardi and Minaj's Cold War finally boiled over into an all-out physical altercation at Harper's Bazaar's Icons Party in NYC in September 2018. While the source said it initially looked like Cardi and Minaj might hug it out inside the party, suddenly, it all went down. Cardi walked towards Nicki and all of a sudden Cardi started screaming something about her child. She was yelling, "B, you feisty. B, don't talk about my child" at Nicki, the source recalled about Cardi, who shares 3 children with her ex, Offset. Immediately following the incident, Cardi was escorted out by security while Minaj stayed inside. Cardi was seen leaving the party with a large lump on her forehead but no shoes. She left barefoot with her dress ripped and butt out, the source said. Minaj denied that she had ever spoken ill of Cardi's then-infant daughter in an episode of her Queen radio show days later. Proving that she is not one to back down, Minaj confronted Cyrus at the 2015 VMAs. Cyrus hosted the award show, after the Wrecking Ball singer called her not too kind while commenting on the Minaj-Swift exchange in an interview with the New York Times. "Now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press," Minaj said after taking to the stage to receive the award for Best Hip-Hop Video. "Miley, what's good?" A source later claimed that Minaj was joking. Cyrus quickly tried to defend herself, telling Minaj, "We all do interviews. And we all know how they manipulate." Minaj addressed the still unresolved feud in her cover story for the New York Times Magazine's Culture issue that October. "You're in videos with black men, and you're bringing out black women on your stages, but you don't want to know how black women feel about something that's so important," Minaj said of Cyrus. Years later, Cyrus released the song Catitude in May 2019, which features the lyric, "I love you Nicki, but I listen to Cardi," an alleged reference to the Minaj-Cardi feud. Minaj responded to Cyrus' diss by saying, "A Purdue chicken can never talk about queens," Minaj said in response to a question about Cyrus. "But I do notice a lot of Purdue chickens recently have been trying to say the queen's name for clout. And that's always been happening. It all started with a post on X." Swift and Minaj had a heated exchange on the social media site after the rapper spoke out about her lack of a nomination for Video of the Year at the 2015 MTV Video Music Awards, seemingly referencing Swift's nomination. Swift responded to Minaj's tweet, accusing the star of pitting women against each other. Minaj noted that she made no mention of the style singer, and Swift soon called a truce in a follow-up post, writing, "If I win, please come up with me." Swift ended up taking home the award. The Blank Space singer later posted an apology to the rap star, writing that she missed the point of Minaj's tweets. The two seemed to put all the bad blood behind them when Swift joined Minaj on the VMA stage in a show-stopping performance. Any semblance of a feud was long over by October 2022, when Minaj congratulated Swift on X for breaking Spotify's record for most streamed album in a single day after the release of Swift's album Midnights. Minaj and Terror Squad rapper Remy Ma have been feuding for years. Minaj supposedly dissed Ma on her track Dirty Money off a 2007 EP, in which she raps, "Tell that B with the crown to run it like Chris Brown," while sampling one of Ma's Terror Squad songs, "Yeah Yeah Yeah." Their rivalry reached another level in February 2017 when Ma dropped Shether, a 7-minute-long diss track in which she accused Minaj of everything from infidelity to getting plastic surgery, which promptly set the internet on fire and blew up the charts. In March 2017, Minaj responded by dropping 3 tracks, including No Frauds, in which she teamed up with her Young Money label mates Drake and Lil Wayne. You can't be Pablo if your work ain't sellin', what the F is this bitch inhalin'? Tried to drop another one. You was itchin' to scrap, you exposed your ghostwriter, now you wish it was scrapped. Minaj rapped on the track, which alludes to another one, Ma's follow-up single, which didn't get the same rapturous reception as SZA, before issuing a challenge to her rap rival. Just as the bitter war of bars began to die down, both rappers fueled the feud fire in separate performances in June 2017. At the BET Awards, Ma took a shot at her rap rival as she took home the award for Best Female Hip-Hop Artist. Y'all bitches got fat while we starved, shots in your ass, pads in your bras, she rapped on stage. Y'all some liars, it ain't no facts in your songs, and yeah, that crown is coming back to the Bronx. Meanwhile, Minaj teamed up with 2 Chainz to perform their collab Realize, in which the superstar didn't hold back when firing out her verse during the inaugural NBA Awards. You dude wrote an Ether record, but I broke Aretha record, Minaj rapped on stage. In July 2025, Minaj accused Jay-Z of owing her money on X. The accusation followed a series of other posts aimed at his company, Roc Nation, and its CEO, Desiree Perez, whom she wrote had done so much evil to Black people. She further alleged that Jay-Z didn't speak out when Perez was pardoned by President Donald Trump. Jay came out to perform recently once that legal stuff started coming out yet when Obama was pleading for the brothers to vote for Kamala. The richest, most influential black rapper was nowhere to be found, Minaj said. In another post, she claimed the rapper owed her between 100 to 200 M so far. Carey and Minaj first worked together when Minaj appeared on Carey's 2009 song Up Out My Face, but the camaraderie wouldn't last. During her stint as a judge on American Idol in 2013, Minaj warred with fellow panelist Carey. An Idol source told People that Carey didn't think Minaj could sing and doesn't think she should be judging folks. Mariah has been saying little things to jab at Nicki from day one of shooting, the source said. Although other insiders said Carey did not provoke Minaj, a profanity-laced outburst, caught on video and posted by TMZ, suggested that Minaj was fed up. The once cordial stars, who never patched things up publicly, announced their departures from the show on the same day in 2013. The Queen of the Barbs was at odds with the Queen Bee early in her career. In May 2012, Lil' Kim told the New York radio show The Breakfast Club 105.1 that the rapper stole her sound and her style. The feud made headlines when Minaj dissed Kim in tracks on her Pink Friday album, and Kim responded with diss tracks on a mixtape pointedly titled Black Friday. Things died down for some time but were reignited in 2013 when Kim dissed Minaj again in her own remix to Beyoncé's Minaj-assisted Flawless remix. Nearly a decade later, Kim faced accusations in September 2022 that her rap on a Megan Thee Stallion remix of the song Plan B was a dig at Minaj and her son. However, Kim quickly posted on her Instagram stories to clear things up. I never said a word about anyone's child. Please feel free to listen to the song where we were clearly talking about an ex, she wrote. To try and twist my words to have an excuse to take digs at my child is disgusting. I am one of the most disrespected legends in the game, but what you will not do is come for my child. Rappers Meek Mill and Minaj were in a relationship for nearly 2 years before Minaj announced they had broken up in January 2017. Since the breakup, the two have occasionally dissed each other. When asked about Minaj on X in December 2018, Mill said that she had blocked him. Minaj included the line "Meek still be in my DMs, I be having to duck him" in her 2018 single Barbie Dreams. After performing it at the FOMO Festival in Brisbane, Australia, in January 2019, she told the crowd, "I could tell you secrets but I won't, 'cause being a bitter bee is what I don't." The following year, the former couple got into a public spat when they ran into one another at a clothing store in West Hollywood. The screaming match was captured on video and obtained by TMZ.